who should the Utah Jazz draft? Now, my guess is, and I could be wrong, I think the Jazz are top 10. I do not think they're top 5. I think
Victor's the way.
I think for the Detroit Pistons or the Houston Rockets, Victor's the way.
Victor's the way.
But like, look at the second pick: Scoot Henderson or Brandon Miller.
Yeah, I think you have to go with Brandon Miller, unfortunately, but I just don't like Brandon Miller, dude. I'm tired of Jalen Carter, Brandon Miller. I'm tired of these guys who can't get their life together, dude. Like, what is it that difficult to be an athlete? Like, that difficult? Is it that difficult to go the hell home?
I think for some guys it is.
Wow.
I mean, you're Jalen Carter. Did you guys hear the story, the update on Jalen Carter, the former defensive lineman for Georgia, now of the Philadelphia Eagles, was driving on a suspended license the night that he was racing a Grand Cherokee Trackhawk.
It really bothers me, dude.
Which is a massive motor, huge engine, very powerful. A teammate and a Georgia staffer were killed in an accident related to him. He has pled guilty to it, essentially. No contest, I think, officially. And now it comes out today he was driving on a suspended license. I think it's really difficult for guys like that to just stay home. I think it's really difficult. Oh, Mrs. Monty is shacked up with the dogs right now.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's difficult for guys like him to stay home. Honestly, I think that's the God's honest truth. I would take Brandon Miller because he's a more skilled player. The problem is if the second pick is Brandon Miller, that means the Spurs are probably getting Scoot Henderson, which is terrifying. But that's fine. And then you look at like 4 or 5. Here's another question. Azur or Ammon Thompson?
Ammon.
I'm going Ammon Thompson.
Yeah,
and that is the guy. If I'm the Jazz and I can get Ammon Thompson, he's exactly what you need. He's a 6 foot, 200-pound, 2-guard playmaker. He can be a point guard. Like
combo guard, yeah.
Yeah, he's everything you want.
Yeah.
He's an elite athlete who could absolutely be a trigger in the offense for the Jazz. Like,
yeah.
I think he's absolutely a guy that the Jazz should want. Ammon Thompson, I think, has the potential to be the best pure, offensive spark plug in this draft. He is, I believe he's that good.
Yeah, no, I completely agree.
And
he's
I
dynamic.
think he can be that generational point guard the Jazz have not had. But my guess is the Jazz will wind up somewhere 7, 8, 9. And I think Jarris Walker from Houston would be phenomenal as a power forward. But the other guy that I hear a lot about, and he is now in most mock drafts at number 9 for the Jazz, is Taylor Hendricks from UCF. And I think he's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody knows who he is. Nobody scouted him because he went to UCF. But he is a rim protector. He is a guy that is a defensive rock star.
Mm-hmm.
I love the guy. I mean, I wish he was more of an offensive. I think he's a 10-point, 10-rebound guy. He could be a double-double guy in the NBA.
That's what I struggle with his game. You have defense in Walker already. You don't need another defensive guy. You need someone at power forward who can play offense.
But I think he shoots a 3 really well. I think he has a chance to be a 37, 40% three-point shooter in the NBA. He's got tremendous size at 6'9", 205 pounds. Like, I love that dude. But, again, this all comes back to Victor Wembanyama because I think that's who most people want the Jazz to draft.
Victor's the way.
I'm not that dude.
I'm not a Victor guy.
I am not that guy. Katie Raiders back to say, oh, my God, Monty, please move on from the NBA. Go to the beginning of the show, Katie. We did a phenomenal 2.5 hours on the Big Ten, Oregon, and Washington. By the way, you guys, we're 38 likes away from 300 now.
Let's go.
Look it up. Well over 3,000 views today. Thank you for that. Brandon Butler says, where did the Jazz news go? Anthony Black. Well, we're talking about it right now.
Yeah.
Jansen says, but who takes Victor and when? Well, he's the number 1 pick. Yeah. I think because if you look at the teams that are likely to get the number 1 pick, if you look at Detroit, Houston, San Antonio, all those teams can build around him.
Yeah.
And he's actually, I think he is the most lethal in Detroit.
Victor?
Mm-hmm. I think that, I don't know what happens to Cade Cunningham. I have no idea where he actually ends up.
He'll be all right.
But I think he is.
Yeah, I mean, I think they have a nice setup for him. I just think I don't care what thread he's wearing, dude. He's going to be an injury report guy. He's going to be someone who can't stand up in the NBA, man. There was a fresh highlight out today. Bleacher Report was all over it about how he's elite and he's got a handle at his size. And I'm like, I'm watching this play and I'm like, dude, like, how much space are you giving this guy? Like, the guy's crossover is as long as the day. And you're giving this guy a ton of space? Like, I just don't quite understand it. I really don't get it.
See, and I think this is one of the questions about Victor Wembanyama. Does his skill set that is allowing him to dominate in France, does that immediately transfer to the NBA? And I don't think it does. I agree with you. That crossover stuff works in France, but he's long and he's got a lot of holes in his handle.
Yeah.
Now, that doesn't mean that eventually it will not. But I think it's very difficult to come in as a 7'10", and what is he, 7'4", I think.
I think, yeah.
But he's 200 pounds. And they say he loses weight during the season. But Wembanyama is going to be the number one pick. There's not even a question. The only question is who's number two.
Yeah, I think his skill set can translate to the league a little bit. Like, I think if you got him matched up against, VW, like if VW has the ball on the wing against, Rudy, I think he's fine. If he's got it against Jokic, I think he's fine. If he's got it against a big that's not really all that mobile, he's going to be in a good place. But you're not going to put him in a one-on-one matchup. Like against Joel, he'd be in trouble. Joel would dominate him defensively.
The other part of this is I think a lot of people believe that Victor Wembanyama is an elite three-point shooter. He's not. Not yet. He's not, and he has the build and the arm. He has the wingspan to be a very good three-point shooter.
Yeah,
but he's not like a 40% three-point shooter. So, I mean, right now he's shooting under 30% from three in France.
Yeah,
where he just goes over dudes. So I think there's a lot of development there. If he goes to Detroit, he's going to become a monster. Because I still don't believe until they trade some of those guys or shift that roster, they don't know how to win because they've never been taught how to win games.
Agreed.
They've never been taught how to be professional basketball players. And I think it's terrifying to hear veterans say, please don't believe that this is what the NBA is like, because it's not. There are guys in this league who say to Kenyon Martin Jr., hey, dude, this is not what the NBA is like. I just want you to know that.
Yeah.
Enjoy it now, because when you come to a team, you're going to have to be a professional.
Yes.
That's terrifying. Look how much talent they are wasting there. So I'd be careful with that. Holabilly, I've been saying this in a chat for a year, it seems. Take a Thompson twin. I'm with you, dude.
Yeah, dude, I'm with you, man.
Ammon Thompson. Salty, whoever gets the number one pick will take VW, surely. Has to.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
don't know how they don't. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Jet. Yeah, the Jazz trade the pick. I think they move down. If they're in the, I don't know why you wouldn't. It'll be interesting to see.
Yeah.
I don't think this team needs 5-6 young guys on the roster.
No.
I don't think they do. Julian, let's say the Jazz were the number 10 pick and want to trade for Scooter Thompson. What do you think that would cost? I mean, if they're number 10, let's just do some quick surmising. You're probably trading with Orlando, Portland, Charlotte. You better hope it's Orlando or Charlotte.
Yeah, I mean, you're probably 3-4 picks and a young player on your roster.
Because Portland's not making that trade with the Jazz. They don't want to see Ammon Thompson in the Western Conference, for a decade, because he's that kind of talent. I think it would take multiple picks. But if I'm the Jazz and I really want Ammon Thompson, I'm giving up multiple picks and I'm trying to get Ammon Thompson. But we'll see. I don't know who Danny likes. I haven't talked to my Jazz guy in a week. I don't know who they're really targeting yet. Salty says, Katie, I entered football for 2 hours. Don't be unreasonable. You did.
Apparently, the Deseret News used us as a source, according to Greg.
I have no idea. Could not tell you. Sarah Todd used us as a source.
No, the Deseret. Dick Harmon.
Oh, well, Dick's a legend.
Interesting.
Wow, did he really?
I'm looking. Hang on.
That's
I'm
really honorable if he did. I love Dick Harmon. I think Dick is by far the best writer in town. No doubt, especially on BYU football. So that's amazing. I don't know. Let's see. Hullabilly. More like Victor Holmgren, injury prone. Well, I hope not. Listen, I hope he's healthy and he never has an injury.
Yeah.
It's not likely. But I'm tired of the Zion Williamsons of the world. I am tired of the number one pick or the high pick missing games. Like, I'm tired of Chet Holmgren.
Mm-hmm.
How much better would OKC have been if Chet was healthy? I'm tired of that. I'm tired of Blake hurting his knee and missing the first year. I'm tired of guys showing up from the draft and getting hurt. You know, like Cole Anthony or all these guys that have missed time. It's what's so remarkable about Walker Kessler. He didn't miss time. The guy, like, played a lot of games. You know, like, it makes me nuts.
Yeah.
It makes me. Did you find it?
I did, yes.
He used us as a source. Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. That's all good. Nate Davis. I say Jazz should get the Duke player. It's a point guard. You think the Jazz should get a Duke player? Oh, I know who you mean. I can't think of his name. Not Grady Dick. He went to Kansas. I can't think of his name. But the Jazz are going to be much higher than that. I don't see any way that Derek Lively. Are you talking? No, he's a center. He's not a point guard. Where's the Duke roster? I would have to look. If they're going point guard, I mean, I seriously doubt. Why can I not think of his name? Oh, my God. We've talked about him at length on the show. I'm old. That's why I can't think of his name. But I think Amen Thompson's upside is much, much larger.
Right.
Much, much larger. So, but that's just my opinion. And again, I don't necessarily believe that the Jazz pick in the top 10. They could if they want to. Mm-hmm. But if you're in the top 10, I don't know why you would trade that pick, because if you think about names that you can, like, even guys like, you know, Wallace or Dick or, you know, Taylor Hendricks, again.
Yeah.
Anthony Black from Arkansas, who I think's a stud. You would do well with Jarris Walker from Houston. You would do well with Cam Whitmore from Nova or the Thompson twins. Like, you cannot go wrong here. But even if you get lower, you know, a Jordan Hawkins from UConn or a Chris Murray from Iowa, you know, Kobe Buffkin from Michigan. Like, you're not going to miss, you know, on a Greg Jackson from South Carolina. You're not going to miss on a Nick Smith, who I think is the best Arkansas player in the draft.
Yeah.
Nick Smith. You know, you're not gonna miss on those guys. You know, like, and if you look at who's another Michigan guy, a Jet Howard. It's a coach's kid.
Yeah.
You know, now those are bottom half of the first round guys, but your top 10 guys, you're not going to miss. It's going to be really hard to miss on a guy this year.
Yeah.
Now,
they are very talented.
Are the Thompson twins a question? Well, yeah, I would say they are, because they went to overtime elite and they didn't play in college. I think that's a huge question. I'd rather, like, a Brandon Miller. I've seen Brandon Miller in big games. I've seen him in big games. I know what he did at Alabama.
Yeah.
I know the kind of player he is. You know, he's a 6'9", 200-pound forward. How are you going to miss on that with his skill set? I think once you get to the bottom of the first round, and you're probably going to have a hard time missing, I legit think you could have 20 stars in this draft. But as far as point guards go, man, I think you're going to have a really difficult time screwing up this draft.
Absolutely. I think it's deep. Yep.
So, but that's just me. All right. All right. Time for Monty Makes You Money. We are underway in the NBA. Does anybody have belief the Knicks can pull this off?
Well, you know who's officiating this game tonight?
Why bring it up?
Scott Foster.
Why bring it up? Why do that, Jake?
Dude.
Why do that? Knicks, Heat in Miami, 6.5 points, 207. So wait, you're telling me you don't think the Knicks can score? That's what you're telling me here, right? You don't think the Knicks can score?
Yeah, I mean, that's basically what they're saying. But yeah, I mean, everybody and their mom is taking the Heat in this game. And I mean, you have to. It's not a choice. I mean, that's just the pick. But I mean, is there any concern?
Absurd.
Is there any concern that the Heat screw this up, or we're just all in that the Heat are a rock solid pick on this?
Well, the problem is in New York, You gave away a game you probably should have won.
Right.
Right? You gave away a game that you probably should have won. And you allowed Jalen Brunson to dominate you. And this is where the whole Kyle Lowry conversation comes in for the Heat. Because everybody's like, oh, Kyle Lowry. He's dominating. Look how fat his ass is.
Fat first team all fat ass.
Like he's old and he's got pumps and a bump. Kyle Lowry, he's awesome until he's got to defend. And then you forgot that Jalen Brunson is him. Right? Like Jalen Brunson's a bad dude. And you get a guy like Jimmy who gives you 19 points. Sorry. Oh, Himmy Butler.
Yeah.
19 points ain't getting it done. 19 points ain't getting it done. I'm just telling you right now. Not when you get 38 from Brunson and 24 from Julius and 26 from RJ Barrett, who suddenly woke up and figured out he's a basketball player. Right? But the Knicks essentially got nothing. 8 points total off their bench. This game Miami should win.
Yes.
If this goes back to New York, you're in trouble.
Agreed.
You're in trouble.
Agreed.
Miami's winning this game.
This is very different than Celtics 76ers, man. This is I just don't know how you go against the Heat in this game.
Because the one game in Miami was close-ish.
Right.
Wasn't really that close. My feeling is the Heat are going to win this game, and it's going to go over.
Yeah, and I feel like this is a game where Jimmy knows, hey,
Himmy, please.
Himmy Butler knows it's go time. It's time to end this series. It's time to be done with it. It's time to get on with it. Like, he knows that. So I would expect, a 40-piece nugget out of him tonight.
This is a big deal now. And I think the guy that's going to make or break this game is going to be Bam Adebayo. Bam's got to play, and Bam's got to play well. Because when you look at that last game in Miami and you look at the numbers of this team, you got a massive performance out of Himmy and a pretty good performance out of Bam Adebayo, and that's what it's going to take.
Yeah.
Because I think when guys like Gabe Vincent can't be the guys that are your number two. I love Gabe.
Yeah.
I love him, and I think he's a baller. He's not ready to be number two on this team.
Totally agree.
And I look at Kyle Lowry. He gave you 26 minutes and 15 points in that game. Caleb Martin gave you 26 minutes and 10 points. Your bench is playing a ton of minutes. Bam's got to come through because he's their only big. Cody Zeller's not a big. That's a
fill-in guy.
That's a rest. You're filling in for somebody.
Yeah, that's a fill-in guy. Dude.
Yeah, that's
filling in for somebody.
Yeah, that's a rest for Bam.
Boom, out of here.
That's all it is. Bam Adebayo's got to have a game tonight. I think he will. I think this is win, cover, and over the 207.
Agreed. I think they cover it.
I think it's win, cover, over.
Yep.
That's where I'm at with it. Jet Wayman says, I got the Heat closing it out and the Warriors forcing game 7.
And you got balls, dude. You have serious balls, bro.
It's called cojones.
Cojones.
That would be a crazy result.
All I have in this world is my balls and my word.
Aaron Wilson, I can't wait till the NBA is no-touch horse.
Okay.
C. Kaufman, I miss the old NBA where it was more physical.
Agreed.
Me too.
Tired of the flopping.
Did Salty cry about NBA talk again? He did not. Monty Rant, how is Paige, Jake? Plans this weekend?
Paige is good.
Paige is
we
very
may
good.
or may not have plans.
Travis Bird, they're taking Victor. I'm dedicating this MMA like the Victor.
Victor's the way.
Victor's not the way.
Victor's the way.
He's not the way. Katie Rader says NBA blah. On brand, Katie. I appreciate you being here.
Stay consistent.
Nate Davis, the Heat going to win, but I think it's going to be close. And Bam, by you, it's got to be a superstar or even all-star like Himmy. Got to go for 40. Somebody's got to go for 40.
Yes.
Somebody's got to go for 40. All right, game 2. Warriors, Lakers. Lake Show -3, 219.5, 8 o'clock. ESPN.
Man, this is tough, dude.
Purple and gold.
I think you have to.
I think you got to bet the Lakers in this game.
And I'm a Warriors guy. Have to.
Here's the problem. Wiggins has been a difference maker in this series. a big difference maker in this series. And he's hurt. He's got a rib contusion, much like DeAndre Ayton. I think Wiggs is far, far more important than anybody gives him credit for. I think I'm taking the Lakers to close tonight.
Yeah, Kevon Looney does media availability earlier
today. What a Verhage for Florida. What a goal by the Panthers. It's all over.
It's all over. Long way to go. It's only the first period.
It's 2-0. It's over. And McCabe got robbed on the doorstep. Oh, my God. Yeah, it's over. 2-0 Florida. Go ahead.
Kevon Looney was doing media availability earlier today and talked about how, I think last year, I believe it was, in the playoffs, he plays through a rib injury, talks about how he wore a flak jacket in that game, and said that yeah, I don't know how Andrew's really going to play through this because I didn't even have to shoot, and he needs to shoot. So even if Wiggins plays, I just can't see how this guy is effective. You know
why Andrew Wiggins is so important? Because Jordan Poole sucks.
He does.
Nick Saban is a better man than you are.
Jordan Poole's a problem.
Hey, cow turd.
Jordan Poole's a problem.
Yeah, I think
a real problem.
My pick, you got to go with the Lakers here. I think it's the Lakers. I think they cover and win by 10, and I think it goes over.
Yeah. We'll see, man. I think right now today, if you've got a staple gun and my balls are on display.
Bro, we didn't need that visual.
I'm going Lakers, win, cover, over. Boom. Out of here, Golden State Dynasty.
Boom. Out of here.
Boom. Out of here.
Golden
The
State.
dynasty is not over.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Kiss my butt.
Yeah. Roll Lakers.
You're out of your freaking mind.
I'm not. Cow turd.
Hey, cow turd.
It's over. I'm telling you guys it's over. And, I know it's not popular in some stretches of America. But the Lakers are a good team. And with Wiggins healthy, I'd have taken the Golden State Warriors tonight. Wiggs is not healthy. Crypto.com arena.
This is fucking America.
It's over. Lakers are advancing. People are going to be pissed.
Boom. Out of here.
LeBron James is probably going to give. I think Denver Lakers.
Dude, that series will be a problem.
I think the Lakers are better than Denver.
We'll see.
And I think
Jamal Murray's better than most of the players on the Lakers.
Well, the problem is D'Angelo can defend him. D'Angelo Russell's not Landry Shamet.
Victor's the way.
Who should never play in the NBA again.
Mm-hmm.
Let him go take Victor's the way spot in France.
Yeah.
I think the Lakers are very good.
Yeah.
And I think Jamal Murray's not the problem. That a Andrew Wiggins or a Steph Curry or a Klay Thompson is.
Yeah.
And I look at the dynamic component that makes the Lakers go, and it's AD.
Yeah.
And he's healthy tonight, by the way. He's supposedly going to play well. And I think Anthony Davis is capable of sticking Nikola Jokic. And the bigger issue is Jared Vanderbilt has had many looks at Nikola Jokic. And I think this is as well as Vando's played his entire career.
Yeah.
I think the Lakers, if the Lakers don't win tonight, they're not going to the
Facts.
the West. Katie Raider talking NBA, as she always does. Darvin Ham is a Red Raider. Pew, 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 pew. Guns up, motherfuckers. It's Friday. Jet Wayman. Man, I hope you're wrong, Monty. I dislike both teams, but I dislike the Lakers more. Hope I'm right. Hope I'm right. Nuggets coming out of the West. Well, we did see the Nuggets together. I have fond memories of the Nuggies. I disagree. Lamont Tucker, is this the year Dame's getting traded? Nope.
Come on, man.
Moth Prof, when does Pop retire?
Not soon enough.
When he wants to. When he wants to. He is not the issue in San Antonio. Greg Popovich is not the issue. They don't have talent.
Keep it real.
Truck Stop Gumby says, pew, pew, MFers. Darn right. Darn right.
Yeah.
Victor's the way. Says, I don't think the NBA wants Denver when they could have Boston and the Lakers. Well,
agreed.
Boston.
Victor's the way.
What is Philadelphia doing?
Not their job.
Dude.
I'll tell you that.
Boston or Philly?
Philly. I think Boston is broken. I think Boston is not clutch. I think that they need to burn that thing down and start over.
I think, and again, this is just my opinion. I think when you look at, when is that? That's
tomorrow, isn't it?
No, it's Sunday.
Damn.
Game 7 would be Sunday. Is Sunday, Sixers and Celtics.
Yeah, I'm taking Joel all day in that game.
Nah, I'm taking the Celtics at home.
Stop.
Fuck, Boston 6.5?
You're not seriously taking Boston.
James Harden
You're
sucks.
embarrassing, dude.
James Harden. Of course I'm not taking
Gotta
Boston.
be fucking kidding me.
I'm not kidding you.
You're filling in for somebody. Boom. Out of here.
Why would I take the Sixers
It's
after
no
that?
question.
After that performance?
Dude.
No, I'm
telling
serious.
you, Boston is going to fall on their face in Game 7 at home. It's going to happen. I've been saying it for like 3 days. It's going to happen.
Okay. That's fine.
All right. Good talk.
I'm taking the Celtics to win the game. I don't know about how much, rectally or inserted. I have
Dick. Hugh Janus.
I have no idea. I'm just telling you. Marcus Smart has green hair. They're going to win.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah,
Is
I'm going
Jackass.
Celtics. I'm going Celtics in that game.
Whatever.
What?
Whatever.
Why are you so upset? All right, can we end the show talking about food, please? Please.
Bro.
Dude, look at all you guys still. Salty Victor's the way. Monty, can you explain to these haters this program was created by predominantly NBA talk? It was. But we've always talked NFL and college football.
Yeah.
But most people found us because, well, we fucking nailed the Gobert trade and then, all the Jazz stuff, and I'm a pig.
And that's how I look at it.
And then Salty came in, he was like, the Jazz are never trading Joe Ingles.
Oh.
Hey, Salty, they're going to trade him. No, they're not. You're stupid and you're fat. No, I'm not.
Salty, weren't you the same guy that rolled out a Bucks avatar during the playoffs before good old Joe Schmo got eliminated? I mean, I'm just...
Bucks are winning the whole thing.
Know your role and shut your mouth.
Josh Giddey's going to the championship.
Know your role and shut your mouth.
Joe Ingles is going to be a jazz man for life.
No, rent-free in Paul George's head. Rent-free.
Robert Graves. Make it make sense. What do Oregon and Washington have to stay? We all know they want the Big Ten. If they are cleared for the Big Ten, you can't have it both ways. The Pac-12 is on the verge of collapse.
I disagree. You can't have it both ways.
You absolutely can have it both ways.
Yeah. Absolutely you can.
You can
and
have
we're
it
not
both
going to
ways.
explain it again. Go back to the beginning of the
Yeah,
show.
you can go back to the beginning. We talked
Yeah.
about it in detail.
In depth.
Yeah, in depth. The sliding door moments, if he doesn't do his knee, he may not be been traded, you
Oh
morons.
my God. Get the hell out of here, bro. Wait, so I thought that Jordan Clarkson was going to be a jazz man for life, dude.
I believe we had a bet
I
on
believe.
Chaboy, Joe Ingles being traded, and you still have not paid that bet. You owe me Salty Drunk, who, by the way, for those of you who don't know, is in Melbourne, Australia, right? And his country murders kangaroos routinely because now they have a kangaroo population
Listen,
problem.
we're in a strange time.
They do. I'm not kidding. They're going to start murdering kangaroos.
No, I guess not.
You reach into that sack and pull the trigger and see what happens. My point is, Salty, I believe you lost a bet to me, and you owe me 4X Gold Summer Series, and you still have not sent it. And Joe Ingles is now retired after he went to Portland because the Jazz traded him, not because he tore his knee. I would remind you he was traded while he had a torn knee ligament. So they would have traded him anyways because he's old as fuck. That's what.
You fucking donkey.
I felt like it. Salty says voided bet. How did you void the bet?
Oh, so you're saying because he had a knee injury that voids the bet? My ass, dude.
Brandon Butler, this 4X gold bet had been welched on for 2 years.
That's what I'm saying,
years.
bro.
You view this season as a failure?
You would think he would accidentally, you would think Salty would wipe his ass with a 4X gold coaster and mail it to me just to be salty. But has he even done that? He hasn't. He hasn't. And I know that you have fecal matter in your butthole. I know you do.
Bro, you just rolled out a fecal matter in your butthole thing.
Hugh Janus.
Jansen, remember when Remember when everyone thought the Jazz would sign Joe when his contract ran out in Portland? We're bringing him back. We're bringing him back. Joe Ingles. Pew, pew. We're bringing him.
Jazz man for life, baby.
You guys are idiots. Donovan Mitchell's a racist.
CRT is Donovan Mitchell's specialty.
Oh, my God. Brady Cook, a bet is a bet. Pay up. Sucker.
What now? Let me tell you what now.
Oh, look at Jet. I do remember the bet. Pay up, sucker.
Bro, you've lost your Jazz privileges on this show until you pay the bet, bro.
Let me tell you what now.
What now? Let me tell you what now.
Salty says, okay, now I'm feeling Tanner's pain.
Holy
So
cow, that was great, dude.
So
Friday vibes,
so good,
bro.
So good.
Nah, James, it's cool, bro. We're good.
You guys.
We're good.
You guys. I love you. It has
Know
been
your role and shut your mouth.
It has been a phenomenal week as always on this show. To the Tanner Plumbers and the James Knights and the Katie Raiders who hate basketball, I love you. To Jake, you're a prick. To Brandon Butler, I want my scarf.
I want my scarf. To
Maybe-
Big Daddy Magic, thank you for drowning like 15 bucked ups at the trailer.
To Big Daddy Magic, we love you. You know, like maybe we should just write, you know how Jimmy Fallon does love notes? Mm-hmm. To Tanner Plummer, dear Tanner, The Mandalorian sucks. Enjoy Yellowstone.
P.S. Rafiki's better.
Love Monty. Until Monday, say goodbye, Jake.
Goodbye, Jake.